Hi, I'm Andrew Armstrong. Welcome to the back office. Yeah, I don't know why things in life have to be dicks, but they are. You know, there's about 2 million things I want to get done, but I can't get anything done because nothing works. So this printer, which is a Samsung jobby, has recently developed a weird issue where it's decided that it's going to jam every time it feeds a bit of paper. And I say jam, it doesn't jam at all. It just, you open the door, you shut the door, and it says, okay, I'm just going to continue, I'm happy. So there's obviously nothing genuinely wrong with it. But I want to see if there's anything obvious I can see, just in case it's something, you know, that can be cleaned up. It's going to be something sticky. And I can see a little sticky thing here. There's definitely something that relies on grease. I'm going to stop that bloody beeping. Gee whiz. I'm so harassed. The reason I'm harassed though is that you've got a lot of things to do in life, and you're always let down often by things, and things rely on other things to sort of work. And at the end of the day, there's always going to be a bit of technology or somewhere in the middle that doesn't work properly. And at the moment, this is my bit of technology that's really kicking me in the nuts. So I'm just going to open it up here. Look, I can see here, there's something here that relies on grease. So that's kind of okay, but again, it's a pinch roller type affair that relies on grease. So we might put a bit of lithium grease onto that, or cut it down to something like 3-in-1, just in case it's gone a bit cloggy. Let's have a look-see. So what else have I had to do? I mean, we're talking about, it's only about 9 o'clock now. I've had to make some BFG ears because one of my kids lost their BFG ears that they got on the summer holidays because it's Roald Dahl Day. But it's pretty cool. I have obviously the equipment here to be able to fabricate some cardboard BFG ears, so that's done. Emails, several billion emails asking the same sort of questions. To answers that have already been answered normally, so that's ultra annoying when you get those. I'm sure a lot of you spend your day answering that kind of email. What was wrong with the previous answer? Do you check your emails? Obviously not. Get that out of the way. Okay, right, so we're digging down. I'm not sure what's under this plate, by the way. It might just destroy the whole printer. I don't think that screw here is actually connected to that, so that's okay. But this definitely is being held by something on the other side. Oh, that's a PCB, that's why. So that is holding a PCB. So we'll just undo this bit too, because that might, I can see that's connected directly to the PCB, so that's probably holding it into something else on the other side. I love when you hear something like move, like under spring tension, and you're not sure what that is. Woo! Okay. Lots of hot electronics. That's obviously the power supply of this unit. Nothing to see here, so there's not really a massive amount that you can get to. It's just really the pinch roller, and there's a bit of rubber. So I can see there though, that's cool. Yeah, I probably could have got to it without taking the PCB off, but there's a weird roller mechanism with a bit of rubber on it, and I bet it's that bloody rubber just gone all a bit, you know. Do you know what I mean? A bit rah 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 rah. Not rubbery enough anymore. This is the same sort of thing that happens in old tape drives where you have a belt that's gone a bit crusty. The tricky part now is to see that how can you get all of this apart. Yeah. Let's pull that away. Come on, unlock you bastard. I have unlocked it. Could it be that easy? It never is, but say, could it? It's still a question. Could it? No, of course not. I just want to rotate it so I can get it out. It's almost looks like almost like as if it is kind of semi-serviceable, but it does seem to be jamming up on something. There we go, come on. Fight it. If you've got a laser printer, you have to fight them. I don't remember the old inkjet, well I say inkjet, I mean dot matrix days where you had kind of more complexity in some respects, just less sensors. If you had to do this sort of thing. How do I get this figure out? It won't rotate, or will it? Ah. No, that's bending the whole bar. Ha! I've bent the whole bar! Yeah. That's not a good thing. Definitely not a good thing. But it's kind of bent-ish now, so maybe we just bend it that tiny bit more and get this out. Get out. But yeah, you can see it's definitely gone shiny. It's not rubbery and sticky. So I'm going to get this out. We got it out, and it didn't break. What a surprise. Just going to see how to deal with this. Going to get rid of our white. Our white is a bit bright this early in the morning for my eyes. Yeah, it's a kind of magic. Limp. It's gone limp. But it looks like a piece of sort of encapsulated rubber, like it's trapped in a system designed to sort of tension it up. So there's a possibility that you might be able to just undo it from these clips and then roll it on a bit, you know, turn it to a fresh bit. Because it clearly would never roll in that like a caterpillar track. So if I can figure out how it's kept in there without breaking it, of course. Interestingly enough though, if you think about it, if this gets broken at this point, I've basically written off an entire laser printer. Right, that is tight though. Oh look, it's kind of fresh on the back end, so all I've got to do is flip it over. Maybe. Oh yeah. I'm just using my nails now because I don't want any ridiculous amount of force, and if it needs more force than my nails can provide, so if I'm going to break my fingernails, then I think I've got to call it a day on that operation. Yeah, got it. Look. Yes, you friggin' genius, you. Yeah, Wile E. Coyote, look at that. So I'm just going to slip it out. Slip it out and flip it round. That's the way the world goes round. Yeah, it's a bit kind of curled up at the edges, but I think it's going to be better this way. So you could actually just sort of rotate it, you know, move it on. If the belt's actually in reasonable condition on the far side, you could just rotate it around this another like 180 degrees or something, and that would work too. I quite like this way they've got this sort of tensioner. It's clever. Look at that. Fresh and shiny. Shiny and new. Witness. Witness my awesomeness. Right, let's try fitting that back in without breaking the machine. I really need a win today, and this could be it. If I can remember which way around I took this out. Bugger. I think it was this way, maybe. No. Jump cut! Did a little beardy strokey session, and I think it was this way with the little tang bit, because the little tang bit has to go inside. There's a little bit in the rail, so that was kind of the only way it could have come out. Hoping that's the only way it's going to go in. Oh, it did go in that way too. Woohoo! Yes. Yes. It looks good. Woohoo! Oh, there is a thing on this collet though. It does have to be turned a certain way. Tweezer time. Now I know it's not going to be the most exciting of videos because it's kind of hard to film in there having a look-see, see what my fingers are digging about. But I think there's a lot of trial and error. If you're doing this sort of thing yourself, I I think you just got to brave it and have a go and just work out what have you got to lose. So if this is a working printer, yeah, that went in. If this is a working printer and it's your only printer, which sort of is for me at the moment, but you've got work to do, if you can afford the cost to replace the printer, which could be just going on Spock or Gumtree and picking one up for a tenner just to get on with your task, then it could be worth spending a few minutes fixing it. If it's a broken printer, like totally, you can't use it in any way at all, and you've got nothing to lose, then definitely go for it. Oh, you buggers. So it's amazing how when they design these, they could just do one small feature to make it ever so slightly field serviceable. And that could be by their own engineers, not just like by customers who they don't want actually to be able to fix it. And then that would have been amazing, but they don't do that. Like, get the frig out of there. Ah, there we go. I'm glad you couldn't see what I did there, because that was some very, should we say, unprofessional plastic bending. I'm sure their design relies on a bit of plastic bending anyway, so it's kind of their fault, not mine. Okay, here we are. Just getting this little strange sheet feeding thing. So the error was basically, as I said, it would make an error beep and you would shut the door and then open the door, and it could be any door sometimes, it didn't matter if it was any particular thing, and the printer would go, yeah, I'm happy again, and off it goes. So that's why I think it could be possibly something to do with a sensor, or just something like this, or maybe it's both, because that thing here, for example, that this hits is probably a sensor to tell if it's lifted a sheet of paper or not. Right, we're almost there. I feel... Ah, that was it. It clicked in. Nice. Okay, so that's that bit done. I'm going to be real ginger here and just spray. I was just... Hang on. Let me work something out. Got a bit of lighter fluid here, which is just paraffin, and I'm just going to pour it all over the printer, and that's it. Forget about it. I'm just going to put a tiny bit of paraffin on some of these bits where there was some grease. My logic being, paraffin is oil based, lithium grease is probably in an oil based carrier, and this will just loosen that grease up a bit in case there's, a sensor or something on that that's not twanging properly. Okay, let's get that panel back in. Hurrah, hurrah, hurrah. Bit of toner on me there. Got a bit of toner on me. Just pop these screws in. And if with a bit of luck, a positive outcome. So if you ever look inside a laser printer, a big one especially, or a colour one, God forbid, you'll see the most amazing sort of technology, because they're a bit like pinball machines. There's loads of stuff going in there, loads of sensors, loads of switches, magnet things, gears, cams, cogs, rollers, belts, fluids in some, obviously toner, and just any one of those that freaks out and the machine's done for. But if you sort of look at the bits that age, they always sort of cock up just for sort of really lame reasons, like the grease has got a bit dry or a rubber's perished. So, and those bits, the grease is fine, but the rubber's always really hard to get hold of, which is kind of a shame. But never, never give up. If you're just going to bin it, you've got nothing to lose. There we go. And sometimes you can just find particular models on eBay where there's loads of them available. Right, the printer's on. Let's make a copy. Start copy. So it's got a scanner in it as well, so that's kind of convenient. So there's the scanning head moving. And does it work? Hooray! Thanks for watching.